Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here. In today's video I'd like to talk about a couple undrafted free agents that the Washington Commanders signed yesterday and today. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. Trying to hit 16,000 subscribers. Let's do it by the end of May. Takes 1 second, it's free. Putting out a bunch of draft content for y'all. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to make some more videos about some undrafted free agents. You don't have to watch all of them, but just giving you guys information on a bunch of different UDFAs, my thoughts on any that have a chance to make the roster. So let's talk about Trey Rucker. We'll also talk about another undrafted free agent they signed, and then also a Gabe Taylor update. Not necessarily that he signed anywhere or signed here, but just some rumors that weren't necessarily true that I want to talk about. So Trey Rucker, a safety from Oklahoma State, going to the nation's capital, and that is the Washington Commanders. So some connections. This guy, Resh Manuel, always does this, gives a good connections, even if it's crazy connections. So Trey Rucker's position coach at OSU, I guess there's like 3 different OSUs, but Oklahoma State was Dan Hammerschmidt. Hammerschmidt was on the defensive coaching staff at VMI with Dan Quinn. So some connections there. And I mean, that's not a crazy connection. He was a coach with Dan Quinn at VMI while he was at VMI. So that's the information in terms of the connection there, and then some a breakdown on him. So 36th ranked safety according to Dane Brugler. Trey Rucker is a physical downhill defender whose skill set shines as a read and react box safety. He is alignment versatile and has experience at off-ball linebacker, nickel, and free safety. He plays best close to the line of scrimmage. However, overall, Rucker projects as a hybrid second-level defender with the versatility and tackling ability to challenge for snaps on special teams. So, with a guy like Trey Rucker, unless it's a crazy fall from any of these UDFAs, the way you're going to make the team is on special teams, whether that is guys that are kicking or punting, but most importantly just special teams, coverage units, stuff like that, or if you're going to be a returner. So obviously Trey Rucker's not going to be a returner, but he could make some plays on special teams. They do have a lot of guys on special teams that are studs. Like they have Jeremy Reeves, they have Nick Bellore, they have Kay Madrano, who they just drafted, who probably will be a big-time special teams guy. Percy Butler is still on the roster. What's his name? Why am I forgetting the... Tyler Owens, who's a stud, who I really liked last year. He was one of the guys that I predicted would make it, I believe. And Tyler Owens did end up making it, and he had a good impact. He did get hurt, but he had a good impact. So special teams players are the ones that are going to make it. Kind of like a Jeremy Chin type of player. Obviously not as talented. Maybe he will down the line, but just some information there on Trey Rucker. And I don't necessarily think he's going to make the team. The secondary is a little bit crowded now. You add Trey Aim. I mean, the cornerback room is pretty crowded. The safety room, I mean, you got Jeremy Reeves, who's going to make it. You have Quan Martin, who's going to make it. You have Will Harris, and then Percy Butler. So that's probably the 4 there, and Tyler Owens. So honestly, it's going to be hard for one of these guys, safeties, to make it, but maybe if he plays more as a linebacker, there's a chance. But if you really impress, they're going to find a way to keep you on the roster, whether that's maybe moving on from someone else, maybe releasing Percy Butler, maybe you trade him if you can somehow get anything for him, which I don't think you would, or just squeezing him in onto the roster. There's ways to do it. All right, so Jacoby Jones, Commanders are signing him to a UDFA deal, UCF wide receiver, and a lot of people I saw on Twitter were like, is he related to Jacoby Jones? No, rest in peace though to Jacoby Jones, Baltimore Ravens receiver for a minute, but yeah, not related to him. But he is a receiver, and receivers I always feel like have a chance, usually because of return ability. But the problem is, for Jacoby Jones, is that the Commanders drafted Jalen Lane, and Jalen Lane will be their he's going to play receiver, but he's going to be the returner, very likely. So maybe it's an insurance policy. You know, if Lane gets hurt, knock on wood, that doesn't happen. They have someone that can, return, but I don't think that's Jacoby Jones. I mean, I don't know if he's a speed guy, but 6'3", 228 pounds, I would doubt that he has a lot of speed. So in 2022 to 2023, played for Ohio, 45 catches, 776 yards. I don't know why this ad continues to play. And then this past year played for UCF. Let's look at the game log and see if he did miss some games or he just didn't really have a great season. So yeah, he actually did miss a decent amount of games. Had 6 games, 327 yards and 2 touchdowns. Is that amazing production? No, but that's on pace for like 670 over a 12-game season. Had a few big games, against BYU. That's a good team. They were ranked 11th. Arizona's not a bad team. Is this Arizona State? Yeah, Arizona State's not a bad team at all. So very good production for a few games there in a row, and got hurt. I guess I'm trying to think. So I mean, he started off the season hurt. It seems like if he started on the 14th of September and then missed some games there. I mean, it just looks like he missed games all around. And from October 26th on, he was good to go. But just something to keep in mind there. I guess I can look up Jacoby Jones' RAS score here, just see if we can find more about him. Because on a lot of these undrafted free agents, there's not a lot of information. So, let's see. Yeah, they don't have an RAS score for Jacoby Jones, but we'll look it up right here, Jacoby Jones, and see any more information on him. But it's kind of hard, again, because not only because he wasn't super productive in college, but also he shares a name with a former NFL star, so at least in the Super Bowl. So it's hard to find a lot of information about him. But let's talk about Gabe Taylor. So a lot of people want the Commanders to sign him, myself included. Safety, obviously is brothers with Sean Taylor. I think half brother, but still obviously share the same blood as him. And very quick guy, played at Rice, had 17 turnovers in 4 seasons, maybe 5 seasons that he forced, whether it's interceptions or forced fumbles. So and like I said, 4.3 40-yard time, I think 4.38. And there was some rumors that he signed with the Eagles, but that was fake news, and he's still out there. So my guess, maybe he doesn't get signed to a team, but he gets a mini camp invite, which is similar. So we'll keep your eye out for that. I really would like, though, the Commanders to sign him. They got spots, and being able to have Gabe Taylor, who's Sean Taylor's brother, on the same team, that Sean Taylor played for, I think is pretty special. And I know some people are like, I just get the best player, it is what it is. But I do also think he's talented. I do think he's a talented player and played pretty well at a okay school in Rice. Not a bad school, not a great school, but like Luke McCaffrey played there. A few guys got signed or drafted, I believe, from Rice this year, and they always usually do. So just something to keep in mind. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I'll keep you guys updated on some other undrafted free agent signings that the Commanders make. Peace.